Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be doing some kitting up. I do have a different setup today because in the past when I've done kitting up, it really starts to hurt my back sitting at the table like I was, so I'm trying out something new. I hope you guys don't mind this, um, but I'm sitting comfortably on my couch with a little setup here. It's been a really long time since I kit up on my channel. I just finished what I believe was the last kit that I actually kitted up, which I think was from like last summer, May. It would have been May when I did it because I wanted to have enough kits to go to my mom's for the summer and then to go on the truck with Brandon. And so I did a massive kitting up at that time. And in between there, I've done a few different diamond paintings that I didn't pull out of the bag. I just wanted to get one done. One was my Diamond Art Club, the Spring Mountain Majesty that I completed. And I think that's the only one that I kit up outside of this bag, other than like coasters. I did a few coasters, and I think that's it. I think that's all that I did outside of my kitting up. I did. I'll get into some of the talking. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my first diamond painting that I'm gonna kit up. I won't have a whole lot to talk about, but I do have a little bit to talk about, so it won't be completely music and fast forwarded or sped up. Okay, so number 86. I also just spent the last hour and a half or so getting all of my new kits logged in. Okay, this is Love Story. Well, that stinks. I didn't write down how big it is. But I'm thinking it's a smaller one, so it should be easy for me to find. So I will be right back. All right, I found it. So it is this one. It says, "Every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite." So this is it. And surprisingly, it only has 13 colors. So it's kind of, it was not where I thought it was because I thought it would be smaller, but this is a 40 by 50 with 13 colors. So I just did, the last one that I just finished was actually from this company. And it turned out really nice. I really liked it. Of course, I'm trying to find my container and it's too far away from me. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to use a different container. I was going to use one of the little 28 little that has 4 in a row with 7 different ones, but I guess I'm going to use, you know what, I'm going to use one of these because it'll take up 2 containers, and I'm sure there's actually a lot of diamonds per color because it's a pretty decent sized painting. So let's see, move this way a little bit. There we go. So let me see here. You know, I usually use my sticker maker, and I cut off a part of that, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. But I am gonna have to get up and get some labels. I wonder if I could peel these off and use them. No. Okay. I should have put a little more thought into this today. I have a copier that I could have made a copy of this and ran it through my sticker paper, but it's not plugged in, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, I am back. It actually wasn't that bad. I just had to plug it in, and I was able to use it where it's at. So, I've got a trash bag, and I've got this Diamond Art Club box that already has trash in it, so hopefully I have enough trash containers. All right. So I love this little handy dandy sticker maker. I was looking at like getting a replacement, and I don't think they sell the replacements anymore. I don't know. Like I think they had a repositionable one and a, oops. Oh, that's fine, I can see it. Like they had a repositionable one, and then this one, which is permanent. At least I'm pretty sure this is permanent. But I cannot find a replacement for the repositionable one. Okay, let's move you back here. We'll get this all figured out. So like I said, actually, I did a kitting up at my mom's about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But before that one, I had not kitted up in a long time. And so while I was kitting those up, I kind of forgot what I was, like, how to do it. I have some sticky residue on this tray, probably because I use it to put my masking tape on, which so anyways, I don't really remember the last thing that I talked about. I'm pretty sure I did not talk about the news that I do have, which is I have a new grandbaby. My daughter told me she was pregnant back in June. So I don't think I don't know, maybe I did. Maybe I have been on camera since then. I think I have. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned she was pregnant. But anyways, little girl was supposed to come February 19th. However, she had plans of her own, and she arrived on January 25th. She was 3 weeks early, and she is absolutely adorable. My plan was to actually leave out this Thursday or Friday to go be with my daughter before she went into labor, and to just be there to make sure I would be there for her birth. But it did not happen that way. I got a phone call on the 25th, the morning of the 25th, and she was telling me she was feeling weird and was having some weird sensations, this, that, and the other, and I made the mistake of not going ahead and jumping in the car and going, and I regret that now. because I missed my granddaughter's birth by 2 hours. Well, maybe 3 hours. So if I had left first thing that morning, I would have actually made it and been able to be there with her throughout the whole thing. But I didn't leave my house until 4 o'clock, and I live in Texas. She lives in Colorado, so it's a 10.5-hour drive. And I did not make it. I was hoping she would, have a longer labor since it was number 1, but no, she did not. She went super fast. They had to induce her because she was actually, leaking water all day long, so they had to induce her, and I just did not make it. And I was sad, but at least I was there, and I spent a whole week with them. They had a guest room for me and everything, and I got to spend a whole week with the baby and my daughter and her boyfriend. It was super nice. I'm already really missing the baby a lot, and I'm not going to get to see her again until the summer, so I can't wait till I get to go back and see her. I'm already ready. So that is the latest that has been happening with me. So, I mean, nothing else really going on. I'm still doing delivery driving. I drive for DoorDash, Uber. I try to drive for Walmart Spark. However, they don't like to send me orders, so I'm rarely getting orders for them anymore, which is a bummer because that was really how I was making most of my money. But it's okay. Hopefully it'll pick back up. I have a feeling a lot of people started it to, make it through the holidays, and then once the holiday money is kind of made back up, then maybe they'll not do it as much. We'll see. But that is really all that I have had going on. It's mainly just welcoming a new baby and loving on her and enjoying getting to spend that week with my daughter. It was amazing. Your kids always, you as a kid probably stay with your parents, so it's a little bit different for me to stay with my daughter. This was the first time. I'm getting ink all over my hands from that printer paper. But anyways, this was my first time staying with my daughter with her boyfriend in their new home, and it was really nice. I felt very welcomed by him. He's a very good guy. She's got a good one. Definitely a keeper. And she gets to take 12 weeks off from work, which is awesome. And he was able to take a month off from work. And I was like, wow, it's pretty unheard of for men to be able to take that much time off. He used his, sick and vacation time and all that to be able to do it. But still, I think it's amazing that he was able to do that and spend so much time with the baby also. So it was a lot of fun. It was very nice. I only came back home, well, I say only, I live in Texas. My husband's here, my son's here, my other son and my other granddaughter are here. So yes, I do live here, but I really had to come back in order to take care of my one that's still at home. He's 17 now. He was actually, doing what he was supposed to be doing and going to school, but he got sick. and I needed to come back home to be with him, to make sure, you know, he's only 17. He can't stay at the house by himself all the time. But I did not want to come home. I wish I could have stayed longer. But it is hard. How many of you have grandchildren and, well, children and grandchildren that live very far away? I mean, it's 750 miles, I believe. So it's very far. It's super far. And it's getting to be a harder drive on me the older I get. I'm not that old, but I mean, driving anyways takes a toll on your body, and it's definitely getting to be a little bit harder to drive. So I'm starting to think about looking at flying when I want to make these shorter trips. Because the thing is, I was just there January 13th. So 2 weeks prior, I had just been there for her baby shower. And when I stayed for a little more than 2 days, I think I left on a Thursday and got back home on Sunday or Monday. I don't remember. But anyways, so I was literally just there. And then the little baby, she decided she was done. She cooked long enough and she was ready. So this one was super easy to kit up. As you can tell, I am done with this one. You know, I used to number, I'm sorry, I see y'all might be shaking. I'm sorry about that. I was numbering my kits as I was kitting them up, but honestly, I don't remember what number I was on. So we're going to just start back over at 1. So I know what I need to grab. So just give me 1 minute. I feel like I'm wrapping Christmas presents and I've lost the tape. I've lost my pen. Yeah. I really wish this masking tape was thicker because as y'all saw, I was cutting down the paper because it didn't quite fit on my tape. And I used to have this size tape and I can't seem to find it. You know, it's one that's been lost. So I am going to set this stuff aside, grab this out, give it a little shake, shake, shake. I actually had something to talk about through that whole kitting up, but I don't have anything else to talk about. Oh wow, number 4. Woo, we are going way back. So I started diamond painting in 2020. So we are going back to 2020 diamond paintings. Let's see what this one is. Now, it may not be one of the first ones I bought because I did not do this right away. I already have a paper printed here. I'm very confused by this. You know what? I think I made this copy. I don't know. I don't think I've done this diamond painting. I'm going to go look for it and I will be right back. Okay. So I have rearranged where all of my stuff is. I've got all my diamond paintings in a room on that side of the house, and all my diamonds are in my closet on that side of the house. So I feel like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Alright, so this is a 30 by 40 and it has 20 colors. I gotta find that small container. I don't prefer these, but something small like this, it's fine. It won't take me very long at all to do this, so I just hope they're all... That one's taped shut, so it's no good. Some of them are, don't really want to, like, stay closed. There's 14. So there's 20. Those should be good. And I already have a copy of my Legend. I think that's what it was. For some reason I made a copy. I honestly don't even think I had a sticker maker, or maybe I got my sticker maker. I was working from home, so I did have a printer set up next to me constantly, so I think that's what it was. And I had just made some copies of these stickers, or Legends. Perfect. I meant to look to see if I could find the other masking tape, but I forgot, so I'm just gonna stick with the one I got. Alright. Yeah, this was purchased from Everyday eDeals, so I actually think this was one of my very first purchases. And it looks like they did the alphabet in a different order. They did the numbers right, but then they messed up on the alphabet. Like, why couldn't they just do the alphabet in order, make my life easier? Let's just stay in there. So I think I'm just going to cut off the 1 through 20 over there and just keep the... I didn't even get a piece of tape long enough. And I just missed the trash. Alright. There we go. So yeah, anyhow, I think I was asking, like, how many of you have grandchildren and children that don't live in the same state, and like, how do you, I don't know, how do you manage that? I had to ask my mom, and you know, my mom has not lived near me for the last, gosh, 22 years. I mean, I moved back in with them for a short period and lived with them for a couple years and then moved back to Texas. But other than that, she really didn't see a lot of my two youngest children. Now my daughter and her, they're really close, and my parents were very much in my daughter's life because that's where I was living, and she was in high school when I moved back to basically get her through, watch her go through high school. There were some other reasons, but and then I've been back in Texas ever since, and you know, we get to see each other a little bit more now. Before, we were seeing each other maybe once a year. It's hard. I think I'm gonna have a really hard time because she is my baby girl, and she just had her first child, who just happened to be a girl. So I'm having a really hard time being away. I'd love to be there, but then again, I have my other granddaughter here that I would be missing out on here, so it's so hard. Like, I don't know. How do you manage if you guys are in a similar situation? I'm hoping to be able to go to Colorado at least 2, if not 3 times a year to go spend some time with them. And I see my other granddaughter usually once a month at the very least. I try to see her more, but I mean, life does get in the way, and I'm not the only one that wants to see her and spend time with her, so we have to kind of schedule time and all that. So usually once a month I get to see her. I have to do the alphabet in my head, and so I don't mess up. P. Uh-oh. Shoot. Alright, so once I get to these letters, T-U-V, X, I'm going to have to use the actual canvas because they don't have DMC numbers on the packages. And I cut off the numbers and then I took them out of order. So let's see if I can not mess this up. I think I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse for this one just so I can concentrate, because once I get to the letters, they are all mixed up. So this will be our time lapse time. And I'm going to turn on The Bachelor.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Go ahead and put these in here. Okay, I think I'm going to put these in here and just put a piece of tape and a number or whatever, so I don't have to keep these bags. Number 10 is E. I do have some actual labels somewhere. I don't know where they're at, and I don't really want to go search them out. And these probably are going to be in no order, because yeah, I should have put A in there, but whatever. It's fine. These are just the extras anyways, so who knows, I may not even actually need them. I have a feeling I'll need the A's because there was still a lot left. You know, some companies give you a whole lot of extra, and then some companies you may run out. I've only really run out a few times out of all the diamond paintings I've done. So, as far as like kitting down, I used to kit down every single kit, and you know, I would put all my extras in my extras, and now sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, so I just put them all in a jar and call it done. That's what I just did with the last one that I completed. It was actually two. I completed a bigger, well, a 30 by 40 Santa Claus one. I'm playing the 2024, what is this, number 6, so the 2024 bingo, there's a bingo group, and I'm playing that, so, I mean, I didn't have to do the Santa Claus one, it was just one of the ones that I still had kitted up, so I went ahead and did it, but I was able to, you know, cross off one of the squares for that diamond painting, and it's a if you guys are into the events and stuff, it's a year-long diamond painting event. It's basically to help you get rid of your stash. It's pretty fun, but I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, I did the Santa Claus one, because it was one that I had already kitted up, and then I also had a partial Happy Birthday Elephant one. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you know I was not very happy with that diamond painting, but I went ahead and did it. It took me like an hour and I was done. Okay, so this is, I don't have the sticker, the picture, so I'm going to make sure I know which one this is for. And then it's number 2, Kit Up. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Do any of you have any plans for Valentine's Day? Let's see. I'm going to put this one down here with this one and put this down there. So Brandon is out. He's working. He has a different job. He used to be out every 2-3 weeks, or he'd be back for, you know, a couple days after 2 or 3 weeks. He's taken another job, and now he's back every weekend. So he won't be home for Valentine's Day tomorrow, but he'll be home on Saturday. And I think we're going to go to Red Lobster for dinner, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not a big, huge Valentine's Day. I'm not one of those that you have to tell me you love me so much on Valentine's Day. Just show me throughout the year, and I'm good. But we will go and celebrate it because it is still Valentine's Day. All right, so here is my next one. Oh, wow, we're getting some early ones. This is number 22. Let's see. Sorry for sniffling. Number 22 is an elk with a flag. I wish I would have put the sizes on here. I mean, I know this is a smaller one, so I shouldn't. Okay, so I am back. And this is what I have. This pretty little, I called it an elk. It's not an elk, it's a buck. I don't really know why I want to call these elks, but anyhow, I'm starting to get a little pain in my back, so I needed to put my chair up some for this one. I remember to make my coffee. You know, like I said earlier, man, I don't like this ink. It's getting all over my fingers. Like I said, I was kind of going through all of my kits, my newer kits, and making sure I had logged them all. I think I have all of them logged. It's very possible I missed one, but it is what it is. I'm at number 306. So, I really haven't bought a whole lot this past year. Brandon bought like 11 of them for Christmas. And I bought a few Diamond Art Club here and there, and a few things here and there throughout the whole year. I really didn't purchase a whole lot of diamond painting because, man, I have so many that I don't know. I have to really want it, I guess. It's really not true either. I've purchased some on Temu that I'm like, why did I buy this? 21, 22, 23, 24. Perfect. I'm like, why did I even buy this? I don't need it. I don't, like, I don't know. But it was probably very inexpensive because it was from Temu. And I just thought, oh, that's pretty. So I bought it. Let me see. These have DMC numbers, so I can cut, if I need to, I can cut the first number off, but I might, yeah. So this sticker paper leaves a residue on my containers, so I really don't like having the sticker paper on there. I'd prefer all just masking tape, so I know when I get to kitting down I can just easily take them off. So I'm probably gonna finish this one and call it for the video because right now it's 52 minutes. And I have it on my selfie camera, my front facing camera, because that's just how I had to set it up tonight. And I've honestly never done a video this way, so I have no idea how long I actually have before it might cut me off with the front camera. I don't, maybe it doesn't do anything different. So, man, these are all out of order. So I'm not going to be able to talk again, even though they are DMC. I'm still going to have to kind of pay close attention. But it's been a long time since I've used a Harbor Freight container too. So I think I was going to tell you guys, like, I haven't even really, let's see, I was working on the 25 Days of Christmas from Sunature. It was 1 through 25, and I thought they were having some kind of contest. I don't really know, and honestly, I don't really care. I just thought it was like a fun idea. So I went ahead and trying to remember how I like my containers to go in here. I guess I'm going to put them that way. So that was the last one that I finished, and I finished on January 25th. And then I was just kind of doing little projects like the coasters and whatnot. So I hadn't diamond painted since, I don't know, it's been a while, because I was working on some blankets for my in-laws, and I was working on a blanket for my granddaughter. It was a temperature blanket, and if any of you guys know, like knitting, or I don't know, you could probably do a temperature thing with any kind of crafting, but it was basically a different color for the temperature of each day that my daughter was pregnant after she told me she was pregnant. And I was working on it. I was working on one for her and my other granddaughter, because it was new to me. Like, I had just saw this idea and I thought, oh, that would be cute. And I was like, oh, well, I can't leave her out. I got to make her one too. Ow. So my son, when they told me that they were pregnant, it was like April 1st and she was born August 23rd. So I really didn't have a whole lot of blanket to do for her. That is not going to work. Why is this so tight? I don't know how I usually... Maybe I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. So I finished my other granddaughter's blanket for her before Christmas and gave it to her as a Christmas present. So that limited me on diamond painting. And then I started a pattern with my new granddaughter, and I was going good, and then I took the blanket to Colorado to work on it during the baby shower weekend, and I messed up. I'm not very great at knitting and stuff. I mean, I can knit, but I don't know how to, like, fix a problem. And honestly, I still really don't know how to fix the problem. So, me not knowing what I'm doing, I decided, oh, here, let me just rip it all out up until this point. Well, I could not figure how to get everything back on the needles the right way, and it was a big mess. It was a mess. So I ripped the entire blanket out. I mean, I was pretty much caught up to that point. So I then had to come home and work on this quilt, and I had 2 weeks basically to finish this temperature quilt. Man, I don't know what is going on. I think that's how I like to have them. I'm going to change that now. So anyhow, when I got to Colorado, I still had some to finish, and then I had up until the actual day she was born, and I finished it by like the second day I was there, and I was so happy to finish it. But it's so cute. The temperature blankets are really fun. If you guys like to knit or crochet or any of that, they're really fun. And you just go look at the past, or you can do it as the year is going. So I had to sometimes go past days to find out what color I was supposed to use. But anyhow, it turned out really cute. My daughter loved it and thought it was a neat idea. She's got a lot of crafty people in her life. My mother is a quilter, and she made her a really pretty quilt. I had made her a hand-knitted, big old fluffy. She wanted a big one that they could just cuddle with. So I had done that. I think it's called finger knitting. I really don't know. Anyhow, it turned out really cute, and it was humongous. And then she had another family friend that made a quilt for them, and then another family friend that crocheted a quilt. So they have tons of blankets for the little baby, which is nice. I mean, living in Colorado, it's cold a lot there, so she will always have a blanket. So, do you guys do any other kind of crafting, or is diamond painting it? I would have to say, for the most part, diamond painting is really all that I do until, you know, I think, oh, let me go knit something. But like I said, I'm not super amazing at knitting, so it's not something I do a whole lot of. H20. So let me know in the comments what other crafty stuff you guys do. I do know how to quilt. When I moved back to Colorado for those couple years, my mom taught me how to quilt. I don't know if I'm just too lazy to pull all of that out, and I don't have enough space to just have a sewing machine out and ready to go anytime I want to sew. Like I did at my mom's house when I was living there. You know, she has dedicated areas for sewing, so it's really easy to get in a groove and quilt up quilts there. And I made quite a few quilts for people in my life, and I wouldn't mind getting back into it. I just don't, I'd have to have the right setup for it, I think. And if you guys remember from past videos, I have made diamond painting pins in the past. I just don't have a garage anymore right now, so I'm not able to do that. But it was a lot of fun learning how to turn a pin. I didn't even know what a lathe machine was until I decided that I wanted to make pins. Brandon knew how to use them a little bit. He was familiar, so he kind of showed me the ropes, and he made a couple pins himself. But it's actually fun. It's very relaxing, and it was fun. I did let him know when we move out of this house that I would really like to make sure the next house that we get into has a garage, so I can maybe get back into doing that, because it was fun. I didn't really do it to sell them, but I mean, I wouldn't mind selling them. I still have some, but I did a giveaway on my channel. And I gave away a pen. As far as I know, the people who won enjoyed the pens, and hopefully they still diamond paint and they're still using it. But anyhow, I am going to finish up this one, probably put on some music because I really don't have anything else to do. Everybody, there is the next one. If you're wondering, this is the Harbor Freight system. I put these little things in here so when I pull one out, they don't all come sliding down and they'll kind of stay in their places. I usually do it this way, starting with A and go that way, but I don't feel like messing with it and switching it all around, so this is the way it's going to be. I also did not take a picture of here, so I'm going to have to write it on a piece of tape. And let's go ahead and change this to buck. All right. All right, so it's been about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's how long it took me to hit up 3 hits. I didn't feel like it took that long. I guess maybe because I was talking majority of the time on this video. I am going to shut this video off and start another one because I'm not really ready to stop. Sometimes I get in the mode where I just want to keep going and do more, and I already have the camera all set up and all that, so I'm going to have a part 2 at least to this kitting up session, and it's probably mostly going to just be sped up with some music. I'm talking here and there, but so yeah, this is the 3 that I did for tonight, or for this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. If you do have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. If you have any answers to the questions that I asked in the video, I would love to know the answers to those questions too. I'd love to get to know my subscribers a little bit better and hear what you guys like to do other than diamond painting and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to end this video and I will see you on the next one.